In 2014, our daughter was born with a rare mutated gene that no one in the world had ever had before, and she lived in the NICU for the first 3 months of her life. As we moved from realizing how bad it was, they started talking, that she was going to need a lot of care and that we needed to come here where she could get some more care with her ventilator and try to wean her down. And she got admitted on April 1st, I remember. I'll never forget the first time coming into the hospital. I just wanted to leave because I was in shock. I was like, my baby girl's not coming here. How's this gonna look with my other daughter and living an hour away, And so that was very scary to not know what this life was gonna hold for us. But the second time coming here, once she got here, everything changed. My husband told me on day 2, let's take our eyes off of ourselves and look around and pray for others because we're not the only ones going through difficult things. And so when I did that, then I started to see God move through the people that work here. And they just showed so much love and kindness to these kids. In class, they taught her to say yes and no with her eyes and her nose. She'd scrunch her nose for no, and she'd look up for yes. And getting to watch her wiggle her little foot, she would try so hard to wiggle and move, but to show us that she was enjoying, and she would stick out her tongue when she was being playful. They showed that personality in her that I would have never known how to see that in her and to teach her those things. That's what just brought me so much joy, seeing how happy she was to go through what she went through and to still have a smile. They told us that they weren't even sure she would live through the day. And so the fact that we had her for 2 years and 3 months we were very grateful for every day we had with her. In 2015, when Kaylee was actually still here with us, I would sit on the porch in the mornings to have my quiet time, and God would speak to me through nature. And I can remember he was clearly telling me that he was going to call me to something bigger than myself. And as God's speaking that to me, I had looked down and a caterpillar had leaped off of my porch, and it was not a very big jump, but for a caterpillar it was. But God was telling me to just leap and just jump and trust him when the time comes. I started realizing that there was a bigger purpose behind my life, that he's called me to something bigger than me. As I lived through that here, he gave me that strength, and I knew it wasn't for nothing. And so he was calling me to help other kids breathe. As I had got through a year and a half of schooling, many of the students had went and got student jobs, and I hadn't done it yet. And I was just praying about where God wanted me because I really wanted to come to Bethany. And so I said, okay, God, I'm here asking again, is it Bethany? I said, God, give me a sign. And so later on that day, I had seen the video that they had posted, and Nico was talking about a caterpillar going to be on the front of that building, and I was just a wreck. I just was in shock that they're going to put a caterpillar on the front of that building. And I had prayed for a sign, and he gave me one. It is full circle for sure to be on the other side of that and to be able to give back just a little bit of what was given to our family. My goal would be to someday be able to train parents to have the confidence that Bethany's given me. It's just like God to use a little baby girl that can't talk, can't move, can't breathe, can't swallow, to just to do these miracles through her. That's just like him. Her life was so purposeful. We always say that God brought her in our life to change us. God has given me such a great purpose, and I just hope to give those kids as much joy as Bethany has given our family.